When I first started woodworking way back in the 80s, this was the only clamp I used. It's your classic Jorgensen pony pipe clamp. And these are heavy. I used these for decades, literally. Eventually, I treated myself to something that I felt was a little bit nicer, maybe a little bit more rigid, and that is the Jorgensen bar clamp. This is just about a 6-foot piece of 1.25 inch by almost 3/8 steel at the widest part of the bar. So you can imagine this is very heavy. It's a good clamp, but it's very heavy, and I would never buy this clamp again. In this episode, I'm going to save you some money by showing you the 5 clamps that I use most often in this shop, saving the best clamp for last. And this is a clamp that I've only discovered about 2 or 3 years ago. It's a game changer of a clamp, and I can't wait to show it to you. So we'll go ahead and get started by a very simple, very inexpensive clamp, but something I use all the time. It's just your simple pony squeeze clamp. Literally been using clamps like this for decades. You can use it to hold like a handle in place, a knob or something, if you're going to pre-drill, making a quick repair. I like to have at least a half a dozen hanging around. I have some here in the wood shop, a few upstairs in the art studio. Sometimes you can use it for holding up a quick backdrop if you're trying to photograph something that you've made. So a nice little handy clamp to have here in the shop. These are great, these little Irwin quick grip clamps. Doesn't have to be Irwin. I have a few different brands. This is a 12-inch clamp, and this does happen to be an Irwin. There's no label on it now, but that's what it is. So I like to have 2 of these, and maybe 4 to 6 of the 24s. This happens to be actually the brand name, Quick Grip. But you can see they also have, this is a Craftsman, pretty much all the same thing. These are great just for clamping something down to the surface of your table. They're not super strong. It's not like a Bessie F clamp. You're not going to get that same kind of strength, but you can hold things in place relatively quickly. And the fact that it's a quick grip makes it pretty handy. Moving on, this is a clamp that Rockler sent to me maybe 4 or 5 years ago now. Didn't really know that I would use it as much as I do, but it's definitely something that I use on a few projects at least a year. Where it comes in real handy is edge banding. So when I'm doing any kind of edge banding on a cabinet, generally I'll put a little glue down on the edge first, put the molding in place, tack it in place with a pin nailer because that leaves a very small hole that you often don't even need to fill. But then for a little extra clamping pressure, as I work my way around the cabinet, after using the pin nails, I follow the pin nails for about maybe 10 or 15 minutes with these little bandy clamps. I think there are other brand names. These are the only ones that I've had any experience with. So a few of these in your shop, I would probably get 6 to 10, depending on the kind of work that you do. But you want to be able to have enough that you can work your way around a cabinet. Now, this is a clamp, as you can see, I've had for quite a long time. This is your classic Bessie F-style clamp. You can use this for a lot. Obviously, this is a shorter clamp. I like this shorter style. The shorter your clamp, the less it's going to weigh. So if I'm gluing something up and I want to put coals to keep the boards even, a Bessie F clamp comes in real handy for that. I was just using this for a power carving project to clamp the workpiece down to the table to keep it from moving. Having this wider jaw allows you to get under the table, and it does give you a very secure and strong fit. Now moving on to my favorite clamp. This is the Dubuque clamp, made in the USA, right here in the USA, Dubuque, Iowa. It's just a great clamp. Everything about it is just so nice. I first used this clamp over at Green Street Joinery. You can hear it. It just sounds good. If you like clamps. Anyway, this clamp is very light, very strong. I bought the 48s. I think that's a pretty universal size. I think eventually I will be buying the 36s. I might not buy the 24s because the clamp is light enough where having a little extra length and a little extra weight because of the length doesn't really bother me. And these go all the way up to 6 feet. But just a great clamp. This machinery right here is just so well done. To be able to spin this with just one finger is pretty nice. So this is the clamp that when I buy clamps in the future, because right now I only have 4 of them, this is what I will be buying. It's also just, I think, kind of very beautifully made. Now, what kind of introduced me to this clamp, and I'm not trying to knock Rockler here, but is the cheap Rockler knockoff that they sent me. So when I got the Bandy clamps, they also sent me these Surefoot clamps. And these quickly replaced the old pipe clamps that I was using, simply because they're very light. But when you compare the Rockler to the Dubuque, it's like apples and oranges. The way this is machined, like you could never spin this with just a finger. It often gets caught up and tight. And what happens there, and some of them have actually broken on me, what happens there is when you're turning this, you know that you can turn the clamp. So instead of turning the handle, you turn the clamp, and you know how annoying that can be during a glue up. This piece is also not nearly as robust as what you have going on here with the Dubuque, and they're just about the same price. It really depends on where you look online. I've seen it where they're the exact same price, and I've seen it where the Dubuque is like 99 cents more. So if you're going to buy, if you're going to get into these aluminum sort of lightweight clamps, my advice is definitely go with the Dubuque. You will not be disappointed. Everybody I know in the cabinet making, woodworking world who've tried Dubuques have gone completely over to Dubuques. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, what about the K-body style clamp? Well, I've never had a Bessie K-body clamp. I do have a few of these Jorgensen Cabinet Masters, and they're good. It's a good strong clamp, but wow, is this thing heavy. So it does have its place. I have 4 of these. I wouldn't buy any more than 4. I think the last time I used this clamp was when I built the white oak round table, and that was maybe 4 years ago. Literally, this clamp has been collecting dust over in the clamp rack ever since. So if you're in the market for new clamps, or you're just getting into woodworking and you're starting to buy some tools, take your time. Don't buy everything at once. Buy a few clamps. I would buy, like I did, maybe 4 to 6 of the Dubuques. Maybe just go with the 4-footers. That keeps you pretty well set because, like I said, these are very, very light. So even if you're doing a 2-foot glue up or an 18-inch glue up, having a little bit of extra clamp hanging off isn't going to bother you. That'll give you 6 good clamps where you could definitely get a tabletop done. Like I said, the other clamps all come into play. Really depends on what kind of work you're doing, but deliveries are so quick today. Don't buy a ton, buy just what you think you're going to need, and then build on your collection, but build with things that you will actually use. Like I said, I haven't used this style clamp in about 4 or 5 years, and I don't know the next time that I'll be needing it. Yes, it does have its place, but it can probably be replaced with the F-style clamp in most situations. So that's my advice on purchasing clamps. Just get what you think you're going to need. Build that collection slowly but surely with the right clamps. Hope you found this video helpful. If you're looking for a piece of furniture to build, I have a ton of professional woodworking plans on my website, and they all have free video tutorials right here on YouTube designed to help guide you through the project. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. If you love woodworking and want to build the furniture for your home, please visit my website at johnpeters.com and check out the large variety of woodworking plans available. From beginner to advanced woodworking projects, I'm sure you'll find something that will match your woodworking skills and your taste in furniture. All of my projects have step-by-step video tutorials right here on YouTube that are designed to help guide you through the project and will inspire you to spend more time in the shop. So I hope that you'll visit my website at johnpeters.com and let me help you with your next woodworking project.